Three, Middleton. He's now 2 for 3 with that miss.
Got a good look, though. I thought that was going to go down.
Yeah, the D, though, just enough to bother the rhythm on that one, Clark.
Here's Matt. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Bucks trail by 5, and it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And the rejection by Favors.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going. He power surged that one down. Wow.
Yeah, good term to use. One of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Folks, that's not a petty, not a Manny. That's a facial.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. So Utah ends up going with the new group. Bucks trail by 7. Screen by Monroe. And Bayless kicks to Monroe. And stolen by Booker. Here's Burks. That's tipped. They get it back. Pass to Lyles. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
And here's Mayo from the arc. And that comes off the assist by Jared Bayless. Mayo's got his first 3 points of the game. Jazz leading by 6. Exum kicks to Burks. Passes it to Ingles. Here's Lyles. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Lyles got 5.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a 3-point battle taking shape here.
Here's Plumlee. Second chance shot, and it's good on the layup.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Exum with a wide open look. No good trying to beat the buzzer.
All right, fans, I want everyone here to get on.
And we heard from John Henson before the game, a player on the rise. He feels he still has a lot to prove.
Defensively, offensively,
Well, it sounds like he still feels like he has something to prove, Greg, but seems to me he's already known for being that kind of guy.
Yeah, it's a great point. Anybody who plays against him knows he looks plenty strong when you're banging with him. But if he needs to push and motivate himself by playing with a chip on his shoulder, well, a lot of guys have gone a long, long way in this league using that method.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Jazz.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. The dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. Carter Williams is the point with Middleton at the 2. And it's Henson in at the 5. Here's what Utah's going with right now. Favors comes in for Trevor Booker, and Gordon Hayward is subbed in for Joe Ingles. Hayward can't hit.
Boy, I tell you, I thought the Jazz had a big year last season, looked much tougher than before. A big part of that is how Coach Quinn Snyder helped the team grow. I mean, he looked like a perfect fit in his first year with the franchise.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him. That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
You were mentioning the Jazz, and they grew last year under Coach Quinn Snyder in his first year. You know, Greg, he did the same thing with teams when he was a coach in the D-League.
That's a great point, Kevin. And beyond the growth that the Jazz showed, I think everyone in Utah was pleased with the style of play. I mean, Coach Snyder's got the team back to playing hard defense and really grinding out wins. In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do. And we all know Utah is a very young team.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And the lack of experience from this group.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. Clark, an interesting fact about the Jazz and their age last year. At one point, they didn't even have the oldest starting five in the state of Utah. Now think of this, the starting five of BYU, Greg and I were just talking about this, had an older average than Utah did.
Yeah, amazing. You look at the ages of Exum and Gobert and Favors. Makes sense that that would be the case.
A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier. Muscle flex time on that jam.
He wanted these people to hear that one.
I tell you what, the force was with him on that one.
Sinks the triple. Hayward's got 12 in the game.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Pulls up from the corner. And Henson pulls it down.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. To the middle. It's tipped and stolen by Favors. Down low. Rebounded by the Bucks. Middleton outside. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And boy, how good was Chris Middleton last season? I mean, always a deep shooter who could stretch the floor. He hits the weight room in the offseason and became a much stronger defender. Now, he's one of the more promising 3-and-D guys in the league.
And the Bucks making a change here. Miles Plumlee's checked in for Henson. Monroe comes in for Jabari Parker. Vasquez, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And Jerry Bayless subbed in for Carter Williams. And so the ball's out of bounds. Middleton touched it last. O.J. Mayo, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And for Chris Middleton last season, he went up in points, assists, rebounds, but went down in turnovers.
Boy, what an improvement for this young man. A late bloomer. I liked him when he was at Texas A&M, still growing into his body, playing with great confidence. He can spray that thing from 3. I like his promise. The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
For Bayless, it was his 6th team in 7 years last season. A good utility combo guard to have. He can score, he can make plays for others. He's really defined his role in this league.
Screen by Monroe. Vasquez kicks to Bayless. He dishes it to Plumlee. The kick out to Mayo. There's the feed to Vasquez. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Monroe. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
And Booker kicks to Hood, and that's a foul. Called on Miles Plumlee. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Plumlee with the steal.
Just waiting for a chance to make a play, and when the pass was made, he's all over it. Just a fantastic steal.
Talking about Jerry Bayless, some thought he would be a star when he first entered the NBA, and he certainly had his moments, Greg, but inconsistency and turnovers have kept the lid on his progress.
Yeah, well, where I like Bayless is in spot plays. You need a lift, you need a spark offensively. You go see Jerry.
Jazz leading by 11. Here's Mack. Kicks it to Booker. To the left wing. No one near him. Hood can't get it to go.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
7-second difference, shot and game clock, the 17-footer. Vasquez can't get it to go.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Here's Hood. He's got 9. He feeds it to Booker. The dish to Hood. Got it up. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And that...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Gordon Hayward has been all over the floor tonight. He had 12 points and 2 rebounds. And Shaq, what did you think about what we saw from Utah? And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, anything can happen. Gordon Hayward with another strong contribution so far in this one.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
Guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
Favors and Gobert, the shot-blocking duo inside. Hood out there with Shelvin Mack, and it's Hayward in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And I think everyone knew the Bucks would be much improved last season, but to see the jump into the middle of the playoff picture, I think that took everybody by surprise.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And the shot is good. The Utah lead has been cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Antetokounmpo. Here's Mack. Carter Williams covering. Mack dishes to Hayward. The Jazz working the ball around now.
Not a good idea to let him get such good position in the paint.
It's more than a bad idea. It's real trouble. I mean, he'll make that 10 out of 10 times.
Here's Antetokounmpo. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15. Utah leading by 11. Mack, the pass to Hood, and he gets it to go. Hood's got 11 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And Mack kicks to Gobert. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Gobert's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Henson, no good. Utah's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And Michael Carter Williams gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul for the Jazz. Lyles check in for Rudy Gobert. Alec Burks comes in for Hood, and it's Exum in for Mack.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
It's Solomon to Kumbo. Here's Carter Williams. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Jazz leading by 13.
And, you hear everybody talking about Giannis's potential. I mean, look at the athleticism coupled with his measurables. I mean, that is just off the charts.
Exum's shot is off.
Can't connect there, but still a red-hot start to the half, hitting 4 of their first 5 field goal attempts.
Here's Middleton, and even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Here's Hayward.
And no nobody, guys, among the